first day of Diceathon. I'm so excited. You have no idea. I'm so excited. I have just come off of a night shift. It's currently 2:30. I had myself a little nap because I think I slept all in all for about like 2-3 hours. So I was pretty tired. And so I had a nap, had a little cuddle with Phoebe, made myself some lunch, and I have now just joined Renee's sprints. She's doing kickoff sprints for Diceathon. So I figured I would join them. And then I kind of maybe didn't, like, the thing that I said that was going to be tricky to do during Diceathon is the exact thing that I did on the first day. If you haven't seen my character creation or like my character reveal or any of the videos before this, first of all, hi, welcome to the Diceathon vlog. If you don't know what Diceathon is, it's basically a readathon that's going to be going on for the entire month of October. If you want to join, you can still join. I will leave all of the things in the description down below. But basically what is happening is one of the things that your character needs is a fatal flaw. And my fatal flaw was obsession, which means that if they start something, they have to finish it. So I'm not taking this as in books, because I think being forced to read a book in one session, that sounds a bit off, and is just honestly not doable. But the first thing that I saw when opening the Discord was a riddle. So I, unbeknownst to me, was like, oh, this is a story. I click it open, it's a riddle. So now what I gotta do is now I gotta read the riddle and I gotta figure it out, and then I either get it right. I already told Paula, like, I'm gonna have to be annoying and I'm gonna have to privately message you to figure out whether or not the answer to this riddle is correct, because otherwise I'm not gonna know it. So yeah, this is the thing. I will read the riddle. I'm not going to tell you what the answer is, just in case people still want to join. Paula did the amazing thing of splitting the story arc up. So we're basically just following a story, and it's split up into acts. So if you want to join, it doesn't really matter when, because you just follow the acts. So this is Act 1, Part 1, and this is a riddle. Okay. Speak me into being, and you will be set free. I am not one, but I am three. Thrice you will speak, or you may be trapped for eternity. I have no wings, but I can fly high, seen during the day, but at night I say goodbye. What am I? My name means cunning and swift. I'm the wild hunter with a powerful gift. What am I? I am not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water kills me. What am I? And now, my little tired, running on 2-3 hours of sleep and a little nap, has to now figure this out, because that is my fatal flaw. So, in case you were wondering, this is me proving to you that I do this, okay? I have gotten this flaw. I will run by it. That is it. Now, once I've solved this riddle, I think the first thing that I'm going to do is also, I need an extension on Aurelia. It's fine. I kind of got sidetracked. If you were on my bi-weekly bookmark sprints, or I think even the 72-hour sprints that I did for Donna's 72-hour readathon, if you know, you know. I was kind of sidetracked during the end of Aurelium by a little show called Outlander. I'm still very distracted by it, but I feel like I'm a co-host for Diceathon, so I have responsibilities now. So we're just doing this, and then probably when my brain gets too tired to read or function or think, I will probably put on Outlander a little bit more. But I just basically binged nearly all of season 1 in like 3 days. Don't judge me. So what is going to be the thing? We're going to solve this riddle. We're going to roll our d20 and figure out the prompt that we're going to use. And then I might also see if I can do a live prompt just to get one in there. But we'll see how we're going to do that. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited to get this started. It's been about an hour of me harassing Paula and asking them, is this the right answer? Is this the right answer? Is this the right answer? And I kept getting no so many times that I needed comfort. So while I just sent another few guesses, we'll see. I have one right, so I need 2 more. But I need a break. So while I'm waiting on Paula's answer, it's D20 time. Now, did I also forget that I'm doing TBR Harvest? Yes, I did. So luckily, I remember Leandra saying you can start anywhere on the board if you want to. So I think what I'm actually going to do is to make it easier on myself for this first read, because we're trying to fit Aurelium, TBR Harvest, and Diceathon prompts in one book. So I'm not going to make it any more difficult on myself than it already is. So I think I'm just going to roll the dice, see what prompt I get for Diceathon. Which book, if it could fit with Aurelium, that's great. And then if it fits with Aurelium as well, or if it doesn't, also see with what prompt it would be correlating for the TBR Harvest. Because I am doing, if you didn't see, I am doing the pumpkin patch because that just felt easier. Also, Paula has been so kind to let us know that we might need to have like 1,400 damage available, which means we'll need to read. Let me check. This is why I got the pages. Which means we will have to have read 1,400 pages by the time the monster is revealed, which is this weekend. Let's see. Oh, that's behind here. 13. Read a genre you don't normally read. Okay, that could actually work. Okay, so as you guys saw, I got a 13, which is read a genre or read a book that you wouldn't usually read, or read a genre you don't normally read, which to me fits because I still have this list to go to. I need to still read a lot of these. I'm obviously not going to read all of them, but if I could cross any more off, I would be happy. So I think I'm gonna go for like a mystery thriller, maybe look into a horror, because I feel like I mentioned in my like TBR recommendations, a genre that I don't usually read is like horror thriller. And I think the one that I recommended was The Eyes Are the Best Part. So I might also do that. I'm not gonna lie, I might be more like my character than I thought, because I ended the last clip trying to look for an author, gave up on that for a little while, then went back to the riddle, stalked Paula, and basically played 20 questions with her. I'm gonna be completely honest, but they did get me, or I got myself, I should say. I did get myself to all of the answers to the riddle. And it is now a 4:15. So that basically took me over an hour and a half. This is Act 1. So I'm getting kind of worried about the next acts that are coming. Good news though. I found a book that I can fit in the Demonology Distinguished part, and also in the genre that you usually don't read from before, which is a thriller, and R.F. Kuang. Combining those is apparently Yellowface. I had no idea that Yellowface was like crime, thriller, psychological. I had no idea. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna read Yellowface, and that way I have another prompt for Aurelium that's done, because I want to give myself an extension, but I kind of don't want to do it like, I don't want to give myself another month. That feels kind of like cheating. So I don't want to do that. So I think I want to finish Deep End, which I still need to finish, and then, which I started but haven't finished. And then I want to also finish Yellowface by the end of this week. I had Yellowface from my library, but then had to bring it back. So I'm doubting. I do have tomorrow off. I could even, if I wanted to, go to the library, I think even now, and get Yellowface if it's available. Let me check. Hold on. Yellowface is still at my library, so I could go and fetch that. I don't think I'm going to do that today, though, because I'm quite tired. And tomorrow I have to be out and about anyway, so I can just pop into the library and pick it up then. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save it. I'm going to ask them to put it to the side so I can pick it up tomorrow. And then I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if they have it on audio, so I can do that as well. I checked, Deep End is not on my app, so I'm going to I'm going to keep continuing reading that physically, which I think I'm going to do right now. And I think then Yellowface, oh, what I forgot to mention. I saw Paula mention, which is a little tidbit that I forgot, that we can have multiple books on the go at the same time. See what prompt we get to. Hopefully it lands on a prompt that means I can actually do or like count the rest of the pages of Deep End that I read. So then we have 2 books done. I will also be finishing. There's a stupid fly. I will also have finished or completed Aurelium, which is amazing. And hopefully we'll have enough damage to do when the monster comes. I'm gonna put Yellowface, which is the first book I rolled, which I also want to include in TBR Harvest. I'm gonna put that under BIPOC author, so person of color author. I'm gonna put that under there. And then it doesn't really say what dice that you have to roll for the pumpkin patch. So I think I'm gonna roll just my D20 for obviously Diceathon. And then I'm gonna roll a D6, which is just regular dice for TBR Harvest. And then we're gonna see if they match as well. Is that a 7? Okay, good. I thought that was a 1 for a second, but this is the one. Okay, number 7. 7 is hidden again. Read a book you have been meaning to read but haven't. I'm guessing Deep End could fit in that because it's been on my list, but not really. I don't think that counts. Okay. And then, so we are here currently. Oh, that's a 6. Okay. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a book that scares you, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is highly anticipated. We have options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think just a normal pumpkin is Harvest Elsewhere, which is like probably, I think that means looking in someone else's TBR, so we could do that. Or we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a boo in the title and or in the author. So a B, an O, and an O. Okay, so I had a little look-see. And surprisingly, the book that I found was the book that actually fit the prompt that I thought wasn't going to be able to get linked, which is the BOO prompt, like have a book with BOO in the title and or the author. And also a book that I've been wanting to read or wanting to reread but haven't putting off is Six of Crows. I think I mentioned this in some video. I don't really remember which one. But I really want to get back to this one because for the main reason, I've reread the Shadow and Bone trilogy last year, I think. Or finished reading that series. I don't even completely remember. But I do remember reading this duology and really loving it. And I still need to finish King of Scars, the duology. I haven't read that one. So I kind of wanted to go in chronological order. So, and I just love this book with these characters. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this one for both. So then I'm going to see and hopefully have Yellowface to maybe listen to. I'm also obviously going to look for this one in audio form. But then I will be able to have 2 of these books on the go at once. Which is perfect. Yellowface, obviously I have no idea what to expect. With this one I do. So I think because Yellowface is a genre that I usually read, so if I feel like that's dragging a little bit, I think having a break in this world is going to be perfect. Okay, so I started Yellowface. I'm only 58 pages in. It is currently also almost 4:30. The day just kind of got away from me. But I think what I'm going to do now, or what I want to do, is I want to add a little section in my normal journal in the same way that I made like my fall reading list and stuff, which I made a video on. I kind of also said there that I wanted to make one for the spooky season. So I think that's what I'm going to do now. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to listen to some more of Yellowface because there's also the audiobook that I have. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So it's Monday. After that night shift that I talked to you guys about, my body was not very happy with me. And it let me know, and it gave me a little bit of like a really bad head cold and made me feel really tired. I'm still not 100%, but I'm better. I'm getting there. And I also don't really have many shifts currently to do at work. That could change because there's a bunch of people getting sick. And I'm trying not to like throw my name in there and be one of them. But I'm just gonna try and I'm gonna take it easy. But so I didn't really have, because I had like headaches and really heavy eyelids and like my eyes just weren't doing the things. But I did get the chance to listen to Yellowface, which is now finished. So I did finish one book at least. I did check in on the Aurelium, like Gilden Imperium. And if you buy an extension, you buy an extension for a whole month. So I can finish Deep End basically whenever throughout this month. And of course now my cat decides to eat her very noisy things. Anyway, let's just try and ignore that in the background. But no, I did finish Yellowface. I wouldn't say that I enjoyed it. This is one of those, I liked the story. I really did. The main character in this is very unlikable. I have suspicions of some things, which I'm not gonna say, but this was a very interesting viewpoint of like the publishing, racism in publishing, like a very, like, how do I say this? A very warped viewpoint of a Karen, I would say. So there were things in here that were, especially because I was listening to this, some of these things that came out of her mouth, I was like, what? We don't say that. You can't say that. That's not, no. In this current day and age, that is not what we do here. So yeah, this got me angry quite a bit. And made me clutch my pearls and be like, no. Every bad thing that happened to you is maybe kind of 100% your fault. But I get what she was going for with this. And I would like to give you more coherent thoughts, but my brain is not working. But no, I really did enjoy it. And I liked, again, R.F. Kuang is really good at making social commentaries without pushing your nose into it. But I think in this one, it's one of the first books that I've read from her or listened to from her that it's really obvious the point that she's trying to make. And I think it's also very interesting that we are reading or going through the point of view of the person that is kind of having the difficult, wrong viewpoints in ways. And it also kind of highlights really gross things about what happens when you're in a business for profit and how they are treading the line very carefully between raising minority voices and exploiting them. So it's really an interesting dichotomy of that. Don't know where that word came from, but hello. Here we are. So yeah, this is a really great first book that I finished for this month, and I'm actually really excited now because I really want to get to Catabasis that just came out from her. I was also told that Catabasis might be a good time to also start Dante, which I have. I was supposed to be doing the 100 Days of Dante with everybody else, and then lo and behold, life happened, and it all just kind of fell through. But luckily, Hermie was so kind to leave everything in their Discord, so I can still follow along with the 100 Days of Dante, but it's just gonna be on my own timeline. I think that's gonna be it for the first week. I'm sorry this vlog went up a little bit late. I think I explained why. I had to work all day yesterday as well, so there was no way that I was going to be finishing this vlog, editing the vlog, and then getting it up on the same day. Also, like, there's things that have changed at work, so my night shifts have gone of being able to sleep like 5-6 hours a night to being like happy if I sleep like 2 hours. So I'm really tired. Right after I stopped filming, or I'm gonna stop filming this, I'm gonna pick up on week 2, and I saw that the first monster drop happened on the Diceathon Discord. So if you want to see how my whole journey with that went, you're just gonna have to wait until next week, or at least until this Sunday. But just with this being a vlog for like an entire week, I might just release these every Monday anyway, just so that I can have in my completionist's brain Monday to Sunday. That's just one of the things that I'm currently kind of thinking about, so it might change. But anyway, I had a good time with the start of this Diceathon. Sadly, my body kind of threw a wrench in everything, but I'm hoping that now, with not having to do as many shifts at work, I will be able to get better. I will be able to get back into my reading. And I'm honestly thinking of, like, because I have so much time with Deep End, I've been really looking at Six of Crows and really wanting to get back into that one. So I think that might be what I'm gonna do, or maybe like do both at the same time. I don't know. I still have about 4 other books on the go. It's a thing. Check back in next Sunday or Monday. We'll see where I land. I hope you at least had a little bit of fun watching this. Obviously, next vlog is gonna be the first monster, doing all of that. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks you guys for watching. If you've made it to the end of this vlog, let's comment another dice just to like celebrate the start of Diceathon. Again, if you have watched this entire vlog and have no idea what Diceathon is, there's all of the links in the description down below. I think I mentioned it, that Paula has done an amazing job in splitting all of these up into acts. So you can just roll through it, pun intended. You can just roll through it like at your own pace and have fun with it. And I'm quite positive that you could do this whenever you wanted. As long as the Discord is still up and everything is still up on there, you should be able to just go through this story and have fun with it. Anyway, join us over there and join in on the fun, and I will see you all in the next vlog.